In the meantime, the government has indicated that it will appeal the ruling handed down by the Constitutional Court. Jamaica Maitland sat down with Justice Minister Delroy Chuck.
Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says come next week, the government will be filing documents to appeal the ruling handed down by the Constitutional Court.
We do not agree with that part of the ruling. Position is that we intend to appeal early next week, so the matter will remain until the Court of Appeal rules.
The ruling means that Director of Public Prosecution Paula Llewellyn's appointment is null and void. When our news team visited the minister, the 58-page ruling was spread across his desk. He admitted to not fully reading the document as yet, but believes the government has a solid case. Minister Chuck rubbished the argument that the DPP received a second extension in her tenure. The DPP should have demitted office when she turned 60. However, she was granted an extension in 2020. That ended last year. The minister explained that when the government passed the amendment, it gave her the opportunity to work up to age 65.
This is a new act to replace the existing provisions in the Constitution. It stands on its own. And in those circumstances, the DPP applied to continue to age 65 under this amended Constitution, and has nothing to do with any additional extension.
Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says despite the ruling this morning, the amendment to the legislation was not rushed. The government would have passed the legislation last year using its majority in both the lower and upper house. The opposition, on the other hand, said it was not consulted.
There's no doubt that we try to consult the opposition as much as possible, but there comes a point after you consult, you must make a decision. I think the opposition tries to milk as much political capital out of it, which I think is totally unnecessary.
So you don't think this amendment was rushed in any way?
It's a simple amendment.
It's critical, though, is it?
It's a simple amendment raising the age from 60 to 65, which should have been done 10 years ago. And I don't think that was rushed.
As it relates to what happens now, well, the minister says it will be business as usual, but there are concerns about the impact the ruling could have on several high-profile cases currently before the court. We asked the minister, should the public be worried?
No, not at all. As I say, the status quo remains, and until the Court of Appeal rules, I don't think we have to act differently.
Jamaica Maitland, TVJ News.